In Columbia tonight, there was a vigil that drew a few hundred people. It happened at the same spot where Charlie Kirk spoke to students a few months ago in April. During the memorial service, members of Turning Point said Kirk was an inspiration.
Charlie Kirk would not have surrendered. He would have doubled and tripled down. And he would have called on us to do the exact same. His fight is now our fight.
After that, about 1,000 people gathered for a candlelight vigil. And
authorities have identified human remains found in Gaffney. Those remains were discovered last month near Robb School Road. The Cherokee County coroner identified the remains of 47-year-old Kevin Scott Brookshire from Chesney. Brookshire went missing 3.5 years ago. The cause of death is still under investigation. Breaking news, a death investigation is underway in Pickens County. The sheriff's office says human remains were found in a pond just before 2. Deputies say they responded to the call at the 400 block of Crest Drive in Easley. Human remains were found in a pond near that area. The Pickens County Coroner's Office is working to identify the remains, and they say they belong to a white male. An autopsy is set for tomorrow. Anyone with information is urged to contact the Pickens County Sheriff's Office at 864-898-5500. The Lawrence County Sheriff's Office says deputies are looking for the person responsible for stealing vases from gravestones. The Sheriff's Office says that they were stolen from Westview Memorial Park on Highway 76 West. Deputies believe the theft happened sometime between September 7th and 11th. If you have any information about this, you're being urged to contact investigators. There's a number right there on your screen.
A South Carolina judge says Steven Bixby meets the standard of competency and his execution can move forward. Bixby was convicted of killing 2 law enforcement officers at his Abbeville home in 2003. The 8th Circuit solicitor says the decision was made based on evidence presented in court in Greenville last month. Just weeks before he was set to be executed earlier this year, the state Supreme Court put a stop to it and asked a lower court to evaluate his competency.
a Spartanburg Community College employee is charged with tampering with user data at the school. SLED says 52-year-old Rayaj Islam was arrested Thursday, charged with first-degree computer crime act, value exceeding $10,000. A warrant stated Islam accessed the college's network and deleted user data from their database. It claims he caused between $30,000 to $50,000 worth of damage. Islam has been booked into the Spartanburg County Jail.
7 News starts now, live with breaking news.
Good evening. Clemson University has fired one employee and opened investigations into 2 other faculty members.
That's right. The university says it's because of social media posts made about the death of a political activist. You can see 7 News' Taylor Farmer live right now. She's at a prayer vigil in Anderson to bring us the very latest. Taylor?
Hey, Amy and Gordon. Yeah, we're here at the Anderson Civic Center where a prayer vigil is about to begin to honor the life of Charlie Kirk. Meanwhile, today on Clemson's campus, calls for accountability grew louder and Clemson University leaders responded.
To watch him be assassinated, especially in the fashion that he was, it really was devastating for us.
Republican student groups at Clemson and GOP leaders across South Carolina are mourning Charlie Kirk's death.
Our world was kind of flipped upside down when this tragedy struck on Wednesday. And then to see, members of faculty cheering it on, it was really upsetting to a lot of people.
That frustration only deepened after Clemson University says some employees appeared to celebrate the killing online.
In his death, they're celebrating an assassination, and we really just can't stand for that.
Monday afternoon, Clemson announced 1 employee has been fired because of a social media post, some of which you can see here on your screen. 2 other faculty members have been removed from teaching duties while the school investigates. Many state Republican leaders called Clemson University out on social media over the weekend, demanding they take action. House Representative April Cromer held this sign up on campus calling for the firing of all 3 people.
Fire all 3 employees and make sure that there's no severance, no pay, and that people on campus and people across South Carolina know that there will be consequences and zero tolerance for any type of discrimination.
And while many on campus gathered in unity, one freshman student was frustrated by what she called a hypocritical move.
Campaigning to get stuff defunded because of someone posting something. What happened to free speech? What happened to free speech?
In a statement, Representative Nancy Mace also responding, telling 7 News, quote, any professor who mocks an assassination attempt has forfeited the right to teach. South Carolina will not bankroll radicals who glorify political violence. 1 has been fired, 2 more must be shown the door. Anything less is a betrayal of the taxpayers. Live in Anderson, Taylor Farmer, 7 News.
And Clemson's Board of Trustees had a meeting. It ended around 5:30 this evening after more than 3 hours in an executive closed-door session. The board issued a statement saying that it supports whatever decision the university president makes about the faculty members. All right, we'll be looking for that. Thank you, Grant. A former high school teacher in Spartanburg County is behind bars, accused of sexual misconduct with a student. 7 News' Scarlett Lizjak spoke with authorities. They say there could be more victims.
The Spartanburg County Sheriff's Office is seeking additional victims after arresting a former Boiling Springs high school teacher. Deputies say he had an abusive relationship with a student. The Spartanburg County Sheriff's Office says they arrested a former Boiling Springs high school teacher, 31-year-old Michael Lanford, on Saturday.
He's been charged with 8 counts of sexual battery of a student at this point. All of those 8 charges stem from different incidents with the same student.
The Spartanburg County Sheriff's Office says they launched the investigation because of claims of an inappropriate relationship with a student at the school.
The mandated reporter with the school notified us of the situation, and from that point forward we launched an investigation into it.
Lanford is now being held without bond at the Spartanburg County Detention Center after a judge denied his release Sunday.
Mr. Lanford knowingly used this safe place as a breeding ground to find his victims. He groomed them in a manner that the children felt comfortable with him and even loved. He used this as an advantage to prey on them and to get exactly what he intended: pleasure and self-gratification. He used the not fully developed minds of these children to manipulate them into believing that they were special when it came to him. He spoke about how he would harm himself if anything were ever found out about these acts. These words were used as a deterrent for the children to come forward with the horrendously heinous acts.
Investigators say Lanford could face more charges.
We are afraid that there are more victims, and so we ask that people, if you have any information or you may have been victimized yourself, to reach out to the sheriff's office. We hold people accountable for all criminal actions that they commit, but also if you just know about something, you may be the last piece that helps us put together a case on somebody.
Lanford has since resigned from his position in Spartanburg County. Scarlett Lizjak, 7 News.
So authorities say if you know someone who may have been a victim or has information, that you should contact them through the sheriff's office, and all that information is on WSPA.com. For updated today, state leaders announced they will have stronger enforcement of the move over law. This is coming after 3 troopers were recently hit doing their jobs along the side of the road. They also will have a crackdown on distracted driving. 7 News State House reporter Caroline Yaffa was at the news conference today.
This wall behind me honors South Carolina troopers who were killed during the line of duty, and some were hit by cars during traffic stops. Now law enforcement is launching a statewide crackdown to make sure this wall doesn't grow any longer.
Do not subject another mother to bury her son.
Senior Trooper Michael Rea was struck off the roadway in 2002. The driver who killed him was not following the move over law.
Please, 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 motorists, slow down and move over. It's so important. It costs a life.
Law enforcement launched a new initiative called Operation Keep Us Safe. Highway Patrol says it's a week-long statewide crackdown on drivers who fail to follow the move over and hands-free laws.
Our troopers and officers work hard every day to keep our roadways safe so that you can make it home safely to your families. So I plead with you from the bottom of my heart in asking you to do the same and do your part to make sure these officers make it home safe to their families.
The move over law requires drivers to move over one lane or slow down significantly when approaching any emergency or utility vehicle with flashing lights stopped on the side of the road.
At some point, the issue of safety is no longer in their hands, and instead is in the hands of the people driving on our roadways. I know I'm not alone when I say it seems like people just don't care.
Now, if you get pulled over for not following the move over law, you will still receive the standard fine of between $300 and $500. But some members of law enforcement say it's not enough.
My wish would be that when judges have these violators appear before them, they don't give them a fine. They make them go stand on the side of the interstate with a sign that says, "I'm stupid," and let them stand there for about 4 hours as cars go by about 80 miles an hour within inches of them, and let them see how it feels.
Trooper Devin Kugler was hospitalized in 2022 from being struck by a driver, and he says it's emotionally exhausting watching this happen over and over.
Even if they didn't pass away, you know what the road to recovery is going to be like for them. And just knowing that from what I had to go through, it's mentally and physically exhausting.
In Blythewood, Caroline Yaffa, 7 News.
One state lawmaker says he plans to file a new bill in the State House that not only increases the fines, but also adds points to your license if you don't follow the move over law.